What's up, y'all, and welcome to my first YouTube video in a while. Today we're going to be doing my sort of everyday soft grungy look. This is a go-to look for me for when I'm not doing a whole lot, but I still want to feel like myself and feel cute. I usually do a pretty crazy in-depth brow routine, let me know if you want one, but this is my simplified version, which is basically just some Precisely My Brow wax and Precisely My Brow pencil. The wax is in the shade 3.5 and the pencil is in the shade 6. I like to use 3.5 as my wax color because I feel like it's just a little less stark. It's a very pigmented product, and if I go in with 6, it just looks real dark. But 6 is what I use for the pencil because that's the closest to my actual brow hair. Now I'm going to go in with foundation. This is the Rituel de Fille 3-drop foundation. It is gorgeous. It's an oil-based foundation, which is pretty hard to find these days, but I love the way it feels on my skin. I have dry to dehydrated skin, and I love that smoothing, like plumped emollient feel. This really does have a ton of coverage. You actually do only need 3 drops, as you can see. Now I'm going to go in with some brightening concealer. This is from Thread Beauty. Not using much, but it was still kind of a lot, and just blending that out with a brush. I believe this is my Likely Makeup cream blush brush, which I actually really love for concealer, more so than for blush, because I have a lot of face and I need a more fluffy brush when I use cream blush. Next, I'm taking my Alexandra Anele and Refer brush, and I'm going to be contouring. I'm pretty sure this is a cream contour. More than likely it's the Danessa Myricks Balm contour, and I'm just kind of making that shape. I like to use both the top and the side of this brush to kind of place and then blend my foundation, taking it pretty low. This is just what works for my face shape because that's where my cheekbones naturally sit and where the hollow naturally forms, as you can see. Then I'm going to go in and bronze using a big fluffy brush. Any bronzer works. I like one that's a little more red toned on me. Now for nose contour. This Patrick Ta nose contour brush is actually one of my favorite purchases I've ever made. It is just excellent at its job. I don't love the face version, but the nose version, she's perfect. Does an excellent job. I use the flat, kind of angled side to press the product in and the fluffy side to blend it out. Now I'm just setting my face. More than likely I'm using the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder in Cherry Blossom. That's one of my favorites of all time. And then I'm going to sort of bake, but mainly I'm just brightening underneath my contour. I'm not really baking, I'm just kind of adding a little bit of powder there to sharpen up the line. Then some MAC Fix Plus because we want to look hydrated, we want to look well melted together, and we're going to start on the eyeshadow. Today I'm starting off with actually a bronzer in my crease, using an angled brush to start building up the shape and a fluffy brush to blend it out lightly. Don't overblend, just do a little bit just to diffuse the lines. Then I'm going to take that onto the lower lash line. I don't have a ton of space under my lower lash line, so I can't smoke it out a ton, but a little bit goes a long way on my eye shape. Doing the same thing on the other eye with the bronzer. You can see me checking out the shape and making sure the placement is accurate when my face is forward and relaxed. You want to put your placement where you want it to be when your face is in a neutral position versus like stretching your eyes or going fairly tilted down or up. You want to be neutral, looking straight into a mirror, and that's where you can get the placement to look most accurate to what it's going to look like at the end. I hope that made sense. It felt a little long-winded. Now I'm going to start building up some depth. I'm using the Unearthly Cosmetics Dreamer palette, the cool toned brown, to build that depth. Then I guess I'm going to go straight into my liner. This is the Sephora 24-hour liner. It's solid. It works really well. I think you could probably find one that's just as good from Maybelline or L'Oreal, but it's pretty cheap, so I'm not super mad about it. I use this in my waterline first because it just pulls a look together for me. Don't be afraid to put liner in your waterline, especially if you're aiming for an alternative look. It just adds something. Then taking a small, sort of packed brush and blending out any eyeliner that really softens the overall vibe. Then I'm going to take that liner just mainly in the outer third of my lid, concentrating most of the color there because if I go too far in, it looks a little bit closed off on my eyes because I don't have a lot of space between my lash line and my actual crease. Going in and blending that out with the itty bitty brush. I believe this is a Morphe brush from a million years ago. I don't know if they even make it anymore, but it's like a mini domed brush. Super flat, super nice for blending out tiny little precise areas. Then I'm taking a black. This is the Sunset Makeup Black from the Goth palette. Best black shadow of all time, point blank period, ever. I've tried many. This is the best black shadow, and I think the palette is like 15-20 bucks, and it comes in a massive pan with a gray and a white as well. It's just the best formula of a black eyeshadow I've ever found. It blends beautifully and the pigment is unreal. Same kind of process with the dark shades as I did with the light shades, starting initially with packing it and then going in and blending it. Then I'm defining the wing and kind of bringing it out a little bit further to make an actual wing with the black shadow. Then going in with a shimmer, same from the Unearthly Cosmetics Dreamer palette, and then taking a small fluffy brush to put the shimmer in my crease because I have big nails. Big long nails, and I can't get as far into the inner corner as I want with my nails, so I do it with a fluffy brush. I like to take it kind of up into the eye socket right underneath where my nose bridge is. It's just a look that I love. Then I'm going to curl my lashes, add a little bit of mascara. I believe that is Benefit Fan Fest. It is one of my favorites. Very nice mascara. It just works well. Then I'm going to go into lips. I'm using MAC Stone Lip Liner, my favorite cool toned brown of all time ever. It is perfection on my skin tone, especially for that cool mid to dark neutral brown. It's just perfection. Look at that. Even without anything else, it already looks so gorgeous. Then I'm going in with a NYX Butter Gloss. This is the bling one, and I think the shade Hustler, which is so pretty with this lip liner. I love this combo so much. Now I'm going to go in with my blush. This is from the Hopeless Romantic palette. I'm mixing a few colors. I'm going for a subtle blush today, but usually I go pretty ham. Then I'm going to go in with a highlighter. This, I believe, is Centipede from Black Moon Cosmetics. Absolutely stunning, kind of like soft banana yellow shade. And that's the final look. I love the way this look turns out. I do this all the dang time. This is usually how I look. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I hope to see you next time. Peace.